Lego Minecraft has changed a lot over the years. So let's look at the old versus the new of the Lego Minecraft End and Nether sets. One of the coolest dimensions there are. The End and the Nether have had so much change, so let's start with the End. First of all, let's look at the 2014 End set, the Ender Dragon. This set had some really nice minifigures containing a Steve with full diamond armor. Considering skins didn't exist back then, this is really nice because, well, it was the first time we'd actually seen Steve in this wave, being the 2014 wave, and the first time we'd seen full diamond armor. And I know when I was a kid, this was one of the things that I really wanted for that full diamond armor. Yes, it's a really cool set. The rest of the minifigure selection, of minifigure wise, Endermen, still pretty cool for the first year of LEGO Minecraft, but nothing too special. The big main event is obviously the Ender Dragon, which look quite good in this year. You have printed eyes, a printed tongue, and you could open and close the mouths, and also you could use one of the spines on the back to make the wings go up and down, which is quite cool, but nothing too special. And now we go into 2020, and this was the End Battle. This set is quite controversial because of how ugly it looked. Basically, it was a really cheap little set where you got a small little end tower of obsidian, which could explode, so you could make the thing on top explode like they do in the game, but it was extremely short and not very cool. And a little bit of the end, but like nothing at all. So in this set, you also got a skin, which is quite nice, and the best thing about that is that one of the bricks in the set did contain a code that you could use to get this skin in the game. That's probably the best feature of this whole set. It's something that's not even to do with the actual set, it's to do with the game it's about. But still, you get the skin, another Enderman, and you also get another Ender Dragon. This time, not so good. Yes, printed eyes, printed mouth, but the face is way too small. The joints are really weird, they don't work very well. The wings you have to use yourself, you can't flap them. But also it does have the ability to shoot something, so I guess that's kind of cool, but could have been better. Moving on to 2023, this is when we got the End Arena. This set was actually really cool. I was quite excited to see they had finally done something to do with the End. And yes, they have upped the minifigure selection for this set, coming with 2 skins, which is really cool. Obviously, skins have become more of a thing nowadays. They weren't back in 2014 when the Ender Dragon came out. But we have 2 skins here, as well as an Enderman and a Shulker. So no Ender Dragon in this set, but it makes up for it with the End Arena that it comes in, containing a massive Ender Dragon End Arena, with a really cool feature where you can push something on the back to make the players fall into lava. I think that's really cool. And also the Shulker. Just have to appreciate that this is a new minifigure, complete new mold and everything for this minifigure, and it just looks absolutely epic. I can't believe how well they made this minifigure. So yeah, that is an actually really nice set. Of course, the set itself isn't as cool, but the minifigure selection makes up for it. And yeah, it is kind of a mob house. But let's move on to 2024. So this year, this month, we got the End Ship and Ender Dragon set. Now, this set contains some really nice minifigures, also having 2 skins, an Enderman and a Shulker. And then, unlike the End Arena, actually contains an Ender Dragon, one of the best of its kind, containing a moulded head, which I have talked about in previous videos, that can go on the player's head, and is featured on the end of the End Ship, which is really nice. The skins look good, and the overall set is really nice, and it's exciting to see something to do with End Cities being made. And now, what's new with the Nether, and how does it compare? Starting with the Ghast. Now, the Ghast came out first in the Nether Fortress set, and in this set, it was quite a cool minifigure. We'd never seen a Ghast before, so this was the first time we'd seen it, and it used printed pieces to make it look like it was serious or that it was shooting a fireball, which I think did look quite good, especially on the serious expression. It did make it look like an actual Ghast and was pretty accurate. But when it had the shooting expression where it was shooting fireballs, that's where it looked a bit odd, but still not too bad. And the set it came in was pretty nice. I think it was quite a good set. It had stuff like the zombie piglin and stuff like that, which I think is really nice. But then if we go forward in time to the next time the Ghast was come out, which was in the Nether portal, this time the Ghast looked quite a lot different. This time it was a lot larger and was made of different pieces to the other Ghast. This time it had no use of plates to make it looked like it had the serious expression, whereas it only had one expression compared to the two of the previous Ghast. And this expression was the shooting face, and to be honest, didn't look as good. But instead of just having a stud, it did actually have a printed piece for the fireball, which does look like a fireball in the game, which I think is quite nice, and they were trying to make it more accurate, which is good. So the set it came in was also pretty nice. It had stuff that were quite good, like a magma cube and things like that. And also, it came with a nether portal and a Steve with some enchanted armor. So what's more to love? So it's really cool. But then let's look at Piglins. Now, over the years, Piglins haven't changed much. When they first came out back in 2021 in the Warped Forest, they were actually a really good minifigure. People were very happy with how they looked and how well they'd done them. They used a moulded headpiece, which looked really nice. We hadn't seen much like that from Minecraft for quite a while, and they looked pretty good. Only thing to say, there wasn't actually much printing on them, but you know what, it's Lego Minecraft. We can settle for something nice. But there were two of them in that set alone, and the set itself was quite a good set as well. Had some nice little play features and a lot of different things inside, as well as those piglins. But that was what people were wanting with this. But also in that set, we had our first ever Hoglin, and this was the controversial part because the Hoglin looked awful. It was just really not well designed. The colouring was wrong, and also it had a big line down the middle of its face, which just looks really inaccurate and quite frankly wasn't very nice. So we hoped that it would get fixed, and as you'll see in the future, it does get fixed, which is quite good. But before we see what happened to the Hoglin, we need to see what happened to the Piglin. So the Piglin Bastion was a really nice set and had a new and improved Piglin, or a kind of a new version, being the Piglin Brute. Now this was already in the game before, but also it looked quite nice. Some good printing on the moulded headpiece, and overall people thought it was a really good quality minifigure and done really well, which I think is super cool because Lego Minecraft doesn't always have the best quality minifigures, but this time it was pretty good. Also, they do have a normal Piglin in that set. It's the same as the old one, but you know what, don't change it if it's already good. And then in the latest set, the Nether, we got a new Hoglin, which is really good. And this Hoglin uses different pieces to make it look a lot better. The colouring is done a lot better, and there's a lot more printing on the body and stuff. So overall, this is a lot better Hoglin than the original Hoglin that we got before, and I'm glad that they changed it. So that was the old versus the new Nether and End set. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You can subscribe up there, do some down there. Really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.